He knew his son was walking into a death trap, but even if it meant walking straight into Clue's snare, he was going to rescue his boy no matter what. Meanwhile, Sam sneaked into the city under the radar. He was completely clueless about where to find Zeus, until a woman holding an umbrella walked right up to him. Sam realized he actually knew her face. She was the one who had geared him up before the fight. The woman knew exactly who he was looking for, so she guided him onto a floating elevator, taking them all the way to the highest point in the city. They arrived at the End of Line Club, the only spot in town to blow off steam. Inside the club were two guys wearing helmets. They used to be a legendary punk band over a decade ago. Even in the real world, they always kept their helmets on. With the woman's help, Sam finally met the club owner. Turns out the guy was Zeus himself. Zeus was one of the original programs in this digital world. He had survived in the virtual grid for years. He was a real smooth operator. Sam asked him for a favor to get to the portal. Zeus pretended to go along with the plan, but secretly he had already tipped off Clue's guards. When those dark warriors dropped from the sky, Sam finally realized he had been played. These black armored fighters were incredibly lethal. A bunch of rebel programs hoping to overthrow Clue got turned into digital dust in a matter of seconds. Right when things looked hopeless, Quora showed up. She was terrified Sam might get hurt, so she had been tailing him the whole way. The two of them jumped into the fight against the Dark Warriors, but they were no match since Clue had handpicked them. They were strictly trained combat elites. Quora got her arm broken and passed out from the blow. Right at that critical moment, someone slammed the floor, instantly freezing all the Dark Warriors in place. The creator, Kevin Flynn, had arrived on the scene. He grabbed Sam and Quora to get them out of there. Just as they were about to hop on the elevator, a Dark Warrior threw out a light rope and snatched the most vital identity disc right off Kevin's back. Zeus had been waiting in the shadows the entire time. He shot the Dark Warrior dead on the spot and claimed the disc for himself. Kevin grabbed his son and bolted for a cargo ship, which happened to be heading straight for the portal, even though they lost the disc. As long as Kevin's crew beat Clue to the portal, they still had a shot at getting out. Kevin pulled up Quora's disk data, checking out her damaged code. Sam figured Quora was just a regular program, since his dad was the creator, but Kevin told him it wasn't that simple, because Quora was the last surviving ISO in this world. During Clue's massive purge, Kevin had found the little girl and taken her in, keeping her hidden and safe ever since. Kevin located Quora's corrupted data clusters, pulled the bad code out, and rebooted her entire system. To everyone's shock, Quora's arm actually grew back. She was completely different from regular programs, because if a normal program got damaged, they couldn't heal. Back at the end of line, Club Clue finally arrived. The sneaky Zeus tried to trade Kevin's disc with Clue, but Clue was the absolute ruler of this world. He would never make a deal with a backstabber. Clue took the disc by force and blew the End of Line Club to pieces. Quora woke up from her reboot. The two young kids sat down and started chatting. Quora was super curious about the real world outside. Sam promised he would take her to watch a real sunrise. Kevin opened his eyes from his meditation, watching the backs of the two young kids. A knowing smile crossed his face. Looks like the old man had already planned this out. He seemed to have made up his mind deep down. The cargo ship finally docked at the station. Kevin and the others realized the ship wasn't carrying cargo at all. It was packed with thousands of digital programs. Turns out this was the military outpost closest to the portal. Clue was assembling a massive army. He planned to use the creator's disc to cross the portal and invade the real world. Clue didn't just want to conquer the grid. He wanted to conquer Earth too. So if Clue actually made it out there, it would be an absolute disaster for humanity. To stop Clue's crazy plan, they had to get Kevin's disc back. Sam and Quora snuck into Clue's palace. He took out the guards and grabbed the disc back. Sam popped out his light wings and flew Quora up to the deck. His dad Kevin had already hijacked a ship and was waiting for them. The three of them raced toward the portal at full speed. When Clue realized his disc was gone, he instantly executed his own lieutenant. He smashed through the window with his massive army. Summoning light jets in midair to hunt Kevin's crew down. To hold off the pursuers, Sam moved to the rear gunner seat, unleashing a massive barrage of fire at the enemy ships behind them. Kevin also deployed the ship's massive electronic shield. The father and son worked in perfect sync, taking out several enemy fighters. Suddenly, a fighter jet flew right over their ship. Kevin recognized the pilot's jacket. It was his old buddy who had been captured trying to save him. Turns out, Clue had brainwashed Tron into his personal guard. But hearing the creator's voice, his mind slowly started to clear up. He remembered the core command burned into his code.
I fight for the users.